everyone, today I'm doing my halftime special. Since we are officially halfway through season 8, I've decided for my channel I'm going to do something where every time we're halfway through a season, I will discuss the season, pros, cons, discuss a fair amount of theories, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, since we're halfway through season 8, I figured I'd do a halftime special now, and yeah, let's get right into it. First, I will be discussing the pros, so yeah, let's get into it. One of my big pros for me was the fight scenes. We've seen a huge quality increase in fighting recently, and I love the fight scenes. One of my favorite was Lloyd versus Mr. E in episode 77. It's going in a great direction, and that's definitely something noteworthy. Another thing I want to mention is the plot. This plot definitely seems a little more unique than seasons past, especially since we have word that Garmadon may not necessarily be defeated right away, and of course there's rumors of Lloyd dying, and of course the Harumi turning evil, being the major villain, that's definitely something that adds on. The plot seems awesome so far, and I think it's only going to get better. One of my cons was the lack of tying up loose ends. One example of this was Cole with the baby in episode 78. They don't really explain how Cole got back to the bounty. I know this is pretty nitpicky, but it's leaving the audience to do a lot of guessing games and stuff. Another loose end is Mr. E versus Zane. How did Mr. E even get back? Where did Kilo go? What happened to Ultraviolet after Cole defeated her? I want to see less guessing games, really, and just more of clarifying this. Another thing that I felt had to be put in this con section was the lack of elemental powers. I noticed swords are being used a lot more than elemental powers. Like when Lloyd was with Harumi in the boat, he used a sword but not his elemental power to fend off the crab. That's disappointing because the thing that made Ninjago unique is the elemental powers, not just people swinging around their swords. While the fight scenes are very incredible, all they're using are swords. They haven't really used their elemental powers much, and I want to see more of what makes Ninjago Ninjago. So those are my main pros and cons of the season. Fight scenes are incredible, plot's going really well. I just want to see more elemental powers, and I want to see more clearance, like more confirmations. Now that that's over, I'm going to discuss several fan theories. Some of you on the Ninjago Discord did mention some to me. Most of these are stuff that I did think of on my own, though. And I will specifically mention when one of them is a suggested theory. But anyway, let's get into the theories. So a lot of people have made the connection that the Lloyd and Harumi thing is a lot like Kai and Skylar, where Skylar appeared to be bad, but actually wasn't. A lot of people think that Harumi will turn good, and I'm really not an exception here. But I'm putting out two possibilities. I think Harumi will either die somehow, or she'll turn good, and because we don't really see her minifigure in the leaked season 9 sets. I don't think she'll be in season 9. Maybe she'll be dead. Maybe she'll be good. Maybe she'll just become like another Ronin, another Rei and Maya, The return of Sensei Wu in baby form has also sparked up a lot of questions about the Hands of Time. The way I see it, once again, there are two possibilities. I'd like to think that Sensei Wu jumped out of the Iron Doom just before it exploded, because remember, one blade was taken out, so that could really screw up a lot of things. So, we see that Sensei Wu obviously survived, barely, maybe. But what if the Time Twins didn't? What if somehow they got killed, they weren't as lucky as Wu, or they're just lost in time forever? I think it's one of those possibilities. Last year, I was one of many to think that the two twins would be returning for season 8. It's pretty obvious they're not going to be back in season 8, and I highly doubt they'll be back for season 9, so I think their story has come to an end. A couple weeks ago, I made a video with some predictions. One of the predictions was that Garmadon will turn good. However, someone pointed out to me that Garmadon does appear in the leaked Dragon's Den set, and I think that Garmadon will not be turning good. And this will be something definitely different for the plot, like we've seen in the past with the Devourer and Preeminent. They're just defeated right away. If Garmadon's different, I think that's going to be great. Anyway, I think Garmadon will be traveling to the first realm because we do see him in Season 9 leaked sets. And I think the ninja will follow. And we know that Season 9 will pick up event-wise right a week after the events of Season 8 end. So maybe the ninja will chase Garmadon into the first realm in episode 84. Once again, this is another theory that I've mentioned. However, I have not changed my mind on this one. I still think that Lloyd's gonna die. However, I think it's highly likely that he may come back. We have seen a leaked Season 9 Lloyd minifigure. I don't recall who leaked it, but we have seen it. Anyway, I think Lloyd will somehow die. After all, this season is about him. Maybe he sacrifices himself for Harumi or something. Maybe he dies fighting off someone. I don't know, but I still think he's going to die in some way, shape, or form. But, however, I do think he'll be back somehow in Season 9. We've seen characters come back multiple times. So, yeah. This is the second thing I haven't really changed my mind on yet. I did make a video. It was a quote-unquote crazy theory where Hutchins is the quiet one. As we all know, that is wrong. Anyway, I've changed my mind. I think Hutchins is working for Harumi. Yes, he's still evil. He's not good. I think somehow he's working for Harumi, and he'll be back probably towards the end of the season. Kind of like what they did with Sensei Wu in the Ninjago movie, what they've done with Pythor, except that was a much larger timescale. Yes, I think Hutchins is evil, and he's working for Harumi. This was also something brought up to me on the Ninjago Discord. A lot of people think that Mr. E is Echo Zane, which I find to be very far out there, or Cryptor, which I also think is highly unlikely. We know Cryptor is dead, and Echo Zane is still stuck on an island somewhere. And the voice sounds, I guess, a little like Cryptor, but nothing like Echo Zane. I don't think Mr. E is either of those people. I think he's just a normal robot that the Quiet One, aka Harumi, made. And it's just a robot that's been designed to serve as one of the generals because, that's easy. It's easier. I don't think he's Echo Zane. I don't think he's Cryptor. I think I would be disappointed if I saw Cryptor back in this form. Alongside Pick Zane, or Pixel and Zane, that is, before episode 79, Kai plus Skylar, or Kyler, was also a dying relationship. The two haven't really even been together since season 4. I guess you could count that one time in season 7. I personally don't. But their relationship is, in my eyes, sort of dying. We know that Skylar is set to return for season 8, and is also even set to return for season 9. I predict that their relationship will build back up to where it once was, just the same way that Pixel and Zane's did. And I really hope it does, because Skylar's a great character, also another fan favorite. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the Season 8 halftime special. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you want to comment on any of my theories, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, maybe you have another version, I'd really love to hear them. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know. Next week will be an episode 81 review, and I'm kind of open for my video stuff. So next week we'll see any other videos that will relate to episode 81. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great weekend.